Hi folks, hope you're doing well. Well, as we fast approach this weekend, I think it's very unlikely I should be going to church. Well, I mean, from the River Church, I think I'm still officially banned. Well, that ban hasn't been lifted as far as I'm aware. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think basically what the pastor's idea is, if he can get me to guarantee that I will do no more videos talking about the church, and I will only say things encouraging, then I can come back to the church. But then my response will be, I will never be setting foot back in your church then. Ever. And by that I mean ever. I mean that church will basically fall completely to dust before I put my foot in that area of that church. So even if the people in that church are different and they are begging me to bring the message of God, I will not be bringing that message to that church. Well, I'll not be stepping in that church to bring that message. They can come to somewhere else to receive it, but I will not be stepping foot in that church. If that is the situation, that I'm banned from that church unless I do that, then yeah, I'm not going to do that. I've said a number of times that, I mean, I'm in no doubt whatsoever, that if Yeshua was here now, and he was dressed as we dress now, and he looked like any one of us, and he saw what the church was like, and he spoke to them in truth, they would be banning him in no time at all. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. Well, just look at how he spoke to the Sadducees and Pharisees. He didn't hold back, did he, about what they were doing to God's church? Would he hold back with this church as to what they've done to the body of Christ? You know, to turn it into a church of the devil, being of this world in so many things. And again, I'm sorry, but you know, in the end, the reality is, and I'm also in no doubt whatsoever in this point, that you can either be of God or of the devil. I don't think there is any middle ground. I really don't think there is, and I think the fact that the church thinks there's such a massive middle ground is demonic. Because there really isn't. You're either one or the other, and you look at the fruit. You look at the fruit. That's the point. And as I say, the church is very much a thing that says, don't ever look at our fruit. Oh, I so much wanted, when I walked into that River Church that first Tuesday night, I so much wanted to find a church that was different, that was loving, that was graceful and merciful and understanding and had a desire. Especially as soon as I heard that church had nearly collapsed, yeah, I was so hopeful about where that church was. That, you know, they'd had this situation where their minister had known Jeff and Kathy for a long time, and they'd spoken about the issues with the church, obviously, and Kathy and Jeff were believing that God was telling them that they needed to be the ones to come and sort this church out. Okay. But again, that's still a strong maybe. I don't know. As I said, I don't know, because where they are right now doesn't mean that's where they're going to be. Yeah. Well, a massive event happened in my life. September 1st, 2021, and my life changed immensely. And everything changed for me very, very soon after. So if that can happen with me, that can happen with anyone. And so there's always hope. There is always hope. But, I mean, because I was in darkness for a long time. A long time. Never been of church. And, yeah. My life was a mess for a long time. Really, really was. Absolute mess for a long time. And it's only really since the 1st of September 2021 that things have started to change. And started to change in an incredibly positive way. Well, with that being the case, I've got to hope that can be the same with others. So maybe Jeff and Kathy are supposed to be here to turn this church around. Maybe that is the case. As they are right now, can they do it? No way, shape or form. No. Not in any way, shape or form. No. It's just like, me previous to, say me from June 2021. Could I have been explaining to people in the church what I now understand? If I'd had that in paper form, someone just written down the points, could I explain it? No way, shape or form. No. Because I wasn't in a position to be able to do it at that point in time. The last one I did talked about the fact that it is quite likely that I can't reach people in this church because they made their decisions. But to be honest, those people who I don't think I could reach are people that I could never have reached in the first place because they are incredibly churchy. And because they're incredibly churchy, they're set in their ways. It's like I've said before, there shouldn't be now a C of E, a Church of England, a Church of Scotland. It shouldn't be an Anglican church at all. Because when the Baptist and Methodist churches came and the Pentecostal churches came, those Anglican churches should have emptied. But they didn't. Because there were people who loved that kind of church. And there are people who love that safe, encouraging, demonic church. There are people that love that. Because they can be in the world and even of the world, but they can have this collective understanding and fellowship with people who are just encouraging each other, who are living lives where they're actually destined for eternity in hell, but they can make each other believe that they're going to heaven, even though there's no evidence behind it whatsoever. And they like that, even though they don't have to do anything to actually get there. They just believe that somehow God's going to do something, and that's what they want. And for those people, there's no way, shape or form you could ever reach them, because they're not reachable, because they're quite happy in the mess they're in. And it's like, okay, for those people, yeah. But anything else, anything is possible. With God, there are possibilities. And as I say, I was very, very hopeful with the idea that this church nearly collapsed, and these two people from America believed that God was telling them to come over and sort this church out. Very, very hopeful of that, But then looking at the reality, as I say, I mean, nobody from that church or anywhere can deny that I've not shared the positive when I've seen the positive. Because I have. Same with regards to Finish Station. I've been as fair with this church as I ever was with the Finish Station. With the Finish Station, Lossy Mouth, when they did their online thing, I was always fair with them. Always fair with them. When I saw positive, I reflected the positive that I saw. But to be honest, what I saw is a people-pleasing, wokey, safe sort of environment what they wanted to create, and completely and utterly demonic. And as I say, with no doubt whatsoever, that if Yeshua was there and present and trying to comment and trying to speak truth about what he saw, he'd be told, no, you've got to be encouraging. Anything that's not encouraging, we don't really welcome that. So basically, when they say we don't really welcome comments that aren't encouraging, we don't welcome your comments. That's what they're saying. And they'd be saying that to Yeshua. And I knew that then. As I say, when I was going to the filling station when they were actually doing live meetings, but actually I have no idea what's going on with the Rusty one. I really don't know. I think they've got busy doing other stuff, really. That they've not actually put on a Lossy Mouth filling station meeting since the beginning of COVID. Yeah, so yeah. But as I say, from that point in time, when they started going online, I started seeing the online, and I started seeing the safe, don't say anything that could be offensive. Yeah. Did I believe that the church had been much different? But even with that knowledge and understanding, I certainly wasn't prepared for Manuel. Yeah. Well, that'll do for this one. You take care. God bless. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.